In this short video, I'm going to walk you through the steps that I took in order to take some large equipment and run a simulation on how that piece of equipment would be removed inside an existing production facility. So what we start off with is the laser scan that was taken of the area, and the area of interest was this particular machine here. I've taken this point cloud and I created a solid of this. You can create either mesh using FARO scene, which doesn't require any modeling at all. That'll take a sort of rough shape and create a solid out of the point cloud. Or if you do have AutoCAD, you can just create solid just based on the dimensional information. So in this case, I'll run the simulation. I'll show you what I've done with both. The options that you have are to create just a solid of the piece of equipment, just using the points as a base. Or you can use FARO scene or recap to create a mesh of the equipment that basically just sort of takes an envelope and makes it into solid. So either one of these will work with the simulation. So in this case, I'm just gonna use the simple shape for now because it's a little bit quicker to run through the simulation. I'm gonna hide the point cloud, and what we're gonna look at is what this piece of equipment looks like inside this area here. So what I did was, I'm just going to make this a little bit easier to see. I ran a simulation of taking this piece of equipment and what it would take to move this out and create a basic path through the facility so that it's going to hit minimum, the clashing is going to be minimum. So I'll show you how that's done through Navisworks. In this case, you'll see just taking that shape and animating that. So we can look at this inside Navisworks. We can kind of look all around and see that as that animation is going and see where the equipment's going to hit. We can see what needs to be removed there. What I'm going to do is just open our Clash Detective. And I'm just going to give us a better view on this perhaps. So that we can sort of see a little better where this animation is gonna go. So we're gonna come out this way again and straight down here. So that gives us a pretty decent view. So I'm gonna come back over to our Clash Detective. This is standard with Navisworks Manage. It doesn't come with Simulate. You do have to get the full version for that one. And we're gonna add a new test. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clash the point cloud, the overall facility, with that piece of equipment. So I'm just going to use the square, the basic kind of cube shape that I created. And you'll notice down here we're clashing points against a solid. So I'm going to take a look and I'm going to run it on this placement animation, which is what I call the animation down here. And I'm going to run that back. And when I run the simulation on Clash Detective, it's going to take into consideration the path and point out anywhere in that path that piece of solid equipment clashes with the point cloud. So when you zoom in, you can see each of these red dots is going to tell me a place where this solid, the yellow solid, points with clashes with the point cloud. So with the Clash Detective, we can come down and we can look at every clash. And we can actually zoom to the clash and see exactly where that hit the point cloud. And also when you're looking at this, you can see that if we look down here, let's make it a little bigger. So in this just this one equipment move, we'll have 78 clashes. So these can also be assigned. If you're working with these clash, you can actually assign it to somebody. And if that area is being cleared out, once that clash has been cleared, the equipment's been moved out the way. Or maybe just things have been moved around a little bit to make that an easier move. You can actually go through and clear all these clashes, and then this is a good way to make sure that whoever's assigned as part of this equipment move has cleared everything out the way, and that you know that you're not going to have any hiccups or snags when it actually comes time to move the equipment. So again, I'm just running a quick animation through that again, and you can see how that works, and you'll see every place that the clash hits. And that gives you a really good idea of how to plan that move and how to make sure that the areas are cleared that you're going to have to move that equipment through.